Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, I want to say a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up. But more than anything else, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. First of all, before I get into today's topics, I hope that you guys had a Merry Christmas, and without a doubt, I wish nothing but the best for 2019 for you guys. Hope that it will be a prosperous new year and bring you guys success in whatever endeavors that you may be focusing on. So, today I'm going to be talking about guns and licensing in Jamaica and death tolls by gun in Jamaica. And the reason why I've decided to talk about this topic is because usually what I tend to do, considering that I'm not living in Jamaica, I often go on the internet and see what's the latest going on in Jamaica. And you know, as you guys know, when it comes to deaths in Jamaica, especially on the news, what you usually see is two forms of death. Either someone is being killed by speeding, driving, and people crash, people died. And the next thing is people are getting killed by gun. The one that drew my attention this time to make this video is because I recently read that at a wedding reception, of all places, at a wedding reception, two licensed firearm holder was having a shootout at a wedding reception where one of the licensed firearm holder was shot and killed. Now, needless to say that it's despicable, it's a disgraceful act, and so on. So we could condemn that in so many ways. But moving on, I'm going to speak from my point of view on the evolution of guns and licensing in Jamaica and how I saw it. Firstly, back in the day when I was a kid, I'm sure Jamaica had a method or an association or some form of government angle that actually licensed firearm, because when I was a child, there were licensed firearm. Mostly, to be honest, it was people in residential area who used to have licensed firearm and people who own businesses, like big businesses, not the small type people. So guns and licensing of guns in Jamaica, it's nothing new. But I will say in the last 10 years, it appears to me that Jamaica has just been handing out guns and license to having firearm like it's free candy and Halloween. The thing that upsets me about this is Jamaica Constitution was built on Britain's Constitution, and I've had the opportunity to live in Britain, and I've lived in Britain for a couple of years. And the positive thing about Britain, there's not a lot of gun crime in Britain, and the reason why there's not a lot of gun crime in Britain is because Britain is not handing out firearm licenses to people like it's candy and Halloween. So I'm curious, why did Jamaica adapt this? This to me seemed like an American angle, because I've lived in America. The United States of America's Constitution include the right to bear arms, the right to protect one's life. I'm not 100% sure if in Jamaica's Constitution we have the right to bear arms. We have the right to own guns. I'm not so sure about that, but I look into it. And if I have to recap this commentary, then I will recap this commentary. But from my knowledge, what I know at the moment, Jamaica's Constitution does not include the right to bear arms. So is it because of money why the Jamaica FLA is just handing out guns like this? Because they're giving guns to just anybody. You know, I've seen enough news headlines, I've seen enough videos on YouTube, Jamaican licensed firearm holder shoot this person, shot after this person, or merely brandishing the gun in the threat of another person's life. So my question to my Jamaican viewers today, should the FLA, should the Jamaica Firearm Licensing Authority, should they be held accountable for just handing out guns to everybody and anybody? Because As if people in Jamaica wasn't already dying enough by guns before the FLA established its body at this wide realm that it has established its body. People were dying violently in Jamaica by gun crimes way before all these guns been issuing out. Now, maybe 1 of every 3 adults in Jamaica has a licensed firearm. Is this a conspiracy to rid the nation of Jamaicans? Let me know, because to me there is a level of madness to it. There is a level of madness just to be handing out guns, despite all the news report, despite all the increase of gun crimes. And if the government is watching, if FLA is watching, the news say from the 90s, when guns wasn't given out as much as they're being given out now, to today's news, it's not that different. You understand? People are still getting killed with gun as they were in the 90s and the 80s. But in the 90s and the 80s, we used to refer to those people as gunmen. Gunmen used to be referred to people who had gun illegally. Those guns were sourced illegally from whatever source they got them. But today we know that the guns that are killing people in Jamaica, I would throw it out there and say 50 to 60% of the people who have been killed in the last 10 years have been killed by gun issued by the FLA. So should the FLA be reformed? Should someone take a closer look? Should they change up their method of how they're giving out guns and who they're giving out guns to? Let me know. I would love this to be a topic that gets the attention of the FLA or gets the attention of the Jamaican government. I'm saying I'm not putting one case above another case. I'm just saying every now and then I screen the internet, I screen the newspaper, and I see the Jamaican news and I hear, oh, this. I'm not only narrowing this down to the FLA. This also goes to the driver's license department in Jamaica, because I mean, like I say, every time I look in the news, when it comes to deaths in Jamaica, it's 2 ways of dying in Jamaica. Speeding, these are people who are either buying their license, who either don't know to read, who don't respect the mechanics of an automobile, or don't understand the mechanics of it. So it's still narrowed down to what I call the greatest cripple factor of Jamaica: ignorance. We need to educate our people in order to spare their life and have a promised future of Jamaican. Because if we keep giving them cars and giving them license, even though they don't really know how to read and write and don't really know how to drive, and if we giving them guns and they don't understand the responsible of having a gun, not only killing someone, not only shooting someone, the mere brandishing of a gun is a threat to someone's life. And the FLA needs to look closer at these people, even if we have to take it to a psychological level. Is this person psychologically clear, you know, by a doctor? I mean, we have to do something, because for me to read that at someone's wedding reception, guns were drawn and people were being shot at, it makes me wonder, what am I going to hear next? In the schoolyard, 2 teachers are arguing, baby girl get killed, baby boy get killed. We have to do something about that. So pretty much that really my topic today. It's a bit of an annoyance topic, but at the same time, it's a question to my viewers. Should the FLA be held responsible, and why? Should guns be given out to Jamaicans like it's candy and Halloween? Should Jamaicans be leaning so much to the American way of life? I mean, crime is supposed to be something that all nations are ashamed of. And Jamaicans have always wanted to be like the Americans. For what reason, I don't know it. Well, then again, I kind of know. The American lifestyle seems blingy and seems shiny and seems more attractive than, say, the British lifestyle. But one thing you do know, considering that Britain is not giving out gun license and does not support everyone having a gun, they put more trust in their law enforcement. So Britain believes that the law enforcement is sufficient enough, they're fast enough, they're quick to respond to a citizen's need. So everybody doesn't need to believe that they have to protect themselves. While in America, it's like the wild, wild west. Everybody think, well, I should have a gun. It's in the American Constitution, the right to bear arms. Is it in our Constitution in Jamaica that we have a right to bear arms? Or is this gun issuing with license in Jamaica being motivated by money? You know, Jamaica is a Christian-based society, and if all Jamaicans watching this, you should know, as Christians we know, what profited a man to gain the world and lose his soul? So I'm asking, what will Jamaica profit to gain all the money from gun purchases and gun licensing while mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters are dying by the same gun? That's pretty much my question for the day. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoy this brief vlog, and like I say, I wish you guys nothing but the best for 2019. Until next time, peace.